Finally today, you may ask yourself, Kate, where are you right now? And that is a very good question because, as you know, it is spooky season. And so people are looking for spooky places around Western New York to explore. And I've got one for you here in Lockport with the Western Block today here with Heather Grimmer. This place is incredible. It's massive. And yes, there are ghosts here, and we're going to get to that. But there's also a lot of history here as well.
Yes, we have a lot of history here. Everything from the previous director being William Keenan Jr. Well, he was the owner here at one point and ran this facility. He left a ton of journals really showing the day-to-day activities of both the Western Block as well as his life in general. We bring our guests in to both experience the paranormal as well as learn about some of this history, and the two tied together when people start to ask, their own questions when they're here during the paranormal tours about some of the people who may have worked here or the experiences here, or maybe some of the injuries from the equipment, as well as its connectedness with the canal in Lockport.
And it is interesting because this might be a place that you would drive by and you might not think too much about, but when you're in here and people come in maybe because they're curious about a ghost story this time of year, but really understanding what an important piece of history this is in Lockport.
Yes, absolutely. So it's an arts and cultural center now, but there's so much more to it that people are not familiar with, including, more of our private areas on the grounds. And this is an opportunity for people to really come in and start to see all these different spaces that aren't usually open to the public, and then learn about that rich history of the Western Block, as well as some of the buildings on this property that predate that, like 3 of our stone buildings that were built from stone poured out of the canal when they were making the canal. So just a very rich history that people have the opportunity to come in and explore and see.
All right, now it's time for the ghost stuff, and we have Frank Kupka here for that. You look like you've seen a ghost, Frank.
A couple every now and then. Yes, we have.
What have you experienced here?
People's getting their hair pulled. We've seen shadows moving around, heard voices, knocking. We do get a lot of activity, a lot of shadow activity, a lot of stuff like that. A lot of personal experiences for a lot of people.
There's certainly that part that's just kind of spooky and creepy and interesting, but what drives you as far as connecting with people who are no longer with us?
I like the history of things, so this place is really cool because of all the history. And when you start divulging into what this place was or what other places were, the creepy factor kind of goes away. Not really, but kind of goes away, because now you're more trying to get an answer from history as to what happened. So it makes it a little bit more interesting and a little less creepy until you hit some other places that are really great.
What is something that you've learned here that people might find interesting through your exploration?
That anything is possible and anything can happen. Expect the unexpected. Don't let your guard down, because when you least expect it, it will happen. People walk through and they're like, yeah, nothing. And then at the end of the tour, they're like, yeah, something touched me out in the barn, or something did this, or something did that, and we're like, told you.
Tell me about the tours and how people can get involved with that.
The tours are online at either paraniagara.com, or you can go to Buffalo Phantom Hunters on Facebook. The links are all right there. They're $35 a person. They're about an hour and a half long. We run them Friday and Saturday nights from 7 to 9, 9 to 11, 11 to 1. We also do private investigation. All that information is on the website as well, on Paraniagara. So anybody that wants to get a group together and they want to come in by themselves, we do that as well.
Good stuff. Thank you so much. And thanks everybody for watching. I'm Kate Welshofer. Be well, stay well. Boo. See you next time.